Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. Today we're going to be doing our weekly guidance reading. So yes, what do you need to know this week? Any predictions if I can, as well as guidance and advice. So here are the four groups, these four bracelets, and I will show you each one. Remember, it's a general reading, and if you'd like a personal reading, the link is below, and this is my handmade deck, the Child Tarot, I'll be using first, and then I'll switch over. Okay, so group number one is the Evil Eye bracelet. Group number two is rhodonite. Group number three is howlite. And group number four is the 7 chakra bracelet. Okay, so take as much time as you need. You can pause if you need to, but whenever you are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number one, which is the Evil Eye bracelet. So we're going to take a look at how you'll be doing this week, just how you'll be feeling and kind of like your spiritual or internal aspect, and then we'll get the outer world. Sorry if I sound kind of like out of it. I'm like super fatigued, or maybe it's allergies or just whatever, but I just wanted to say that just in case I sound droopy. Spirit, this reading is for group one. Please and thank you, our Evil Eye group. Spirit, just for this week, please, now and moving forward, what energies are coming towards them in the area of self? How will they be doing? Please and thank you, group one, group one. They are mentioning you kind of getting things into order in some way. If you have especially previously had struggled with this, like for example, if you struggled with just maintaining habits or staying on track, maybe something with even time management or just feeling centered, I do think that there will be, or it could be an improvement this week, or at least let's say an attempt towards that. So there will be some activity there, and I do think that for the most part you guys will feel the difference in terms of establishing a little bit more order, and maybe even discipline is relevant as well. Spirit, what do we need to know just this week? Self, group one. Yeah, it just feels like an overall kind of increase in peacefulness, balance, and also they mentioned kind of figuring out what could be some of the issue or the problem in terms of you feeling better or staying in balance. Like there's some contemplation going on, but you will be kind of shown some answers too. It seems overall this energy is very quiet for you guys this week. Here, the Healer of Cicada, oh, well, I didn't tell you. This is the Emperor, the Hierophant, this is the 6 of Pentacles, and this is the Queen of Swords. So with this one, the Healer of Cicadas, again, it's just a very quiet energy. It kind of feels almost like it's not really a low, but it is a stillness of some sort. But it's not for a negative reason. It's just kind of taking a nap almost, the energy, and it's kind of growing to a space where it can wake up a little bit more, kind of have just more maybe vibrant movement coming through. But this week it feels pretty stable and peaceful. Some of you might not like that, but I do think it is for a good reason. Yeah, see, same kind of thing. You have the scales here and here. This is the Justice card. That's pretty much all I'm seeing, group one. It's really not a lot of activity. I think that's a good thing, because I feel like you needed a break, and I do think that things are going to be climbing. You're going to have more energy most likely, if not next week, then definitely soon, because I think that this one was just really needed to recharge the battery a little bit. Oops. Yeah, that's pretty much what I figured. So here, going into April, you should be seeing an increase, because I'm only trying to look into the next 7 days-ish, right? Well, this week, but this is kind of like right after that, okay? So you can expect that your energy will kind of have that surge or like uplift in the very close future, but as it stands, pretty quiet. I don't really have anything else to say, but let's see, just one more for this week. Exactly the same. You're just chilling. You're just doing your thing. And that's good. I'll take it. It's not anything that's not chaos. And then now the outer world, let's see if there's anything to be warned about or prepared for, or if there's anything just to know. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, please. What energies are coming towards them in their outer world now? Outer world, is there anything we need to know? Spirit, what is coming towards them in the outer world just this week? I kind of feel like someone is gonna want to try to have a conversation with you, or vice versa. It's a little unclear what's happening here, but it just seems like there's someone in your energy. It could be a little bit of a pull of maybe sadness or caring energy. Spirit, what's going on? Two of Cups. I don't really feel that this person is giving a lot of like 3D energy. It kind of feels like someone is calling out to you psychically, and the way that it's reaching you is kind of like this. This is the Five of Pentacles, where it does feel like someone is either left it in the cold or sad about something, and it's a little bit hard to align with this person this week. Maybe after the retrograde, which is soon. Spirit, what is the advice here, or what else do they need to know about this energy here? It's basically showing that someone has something to say, or maybe they want you to say something. Someone that you care about, or they care about you. And maybe there could have been some sort of a conflict, or even some sort of an ending. And this person's energy is reaching you. I mean, this is me checking the outer world, and yet it's not actually extending into the outer world for a lot of you, because it's a strong psychic interaction or communication. See, I do think that someone here does want some sort of healing, or even reconciliation. Again, it's a little hard to say if it'll go in that direction, but that's the current energy, is that it really wants to happen. The energy is kind of bubbling over the brim here. Yeah, they're not giving us too much, because it's just a little stuck. Not completely stuck. But I do think that in some time, this is going to shift. This will absolutely shift forward if you guys take an action step, because I can't tell you what the other person will do. It's their free will. But if someone here takes like a visible action step to, let's say, send a text message, or like say that first word in person, or whatever it might be, even if it's like some other type of action, right? This will certainly move forward, and it'll roll forward in a positive way, I would say, for the most part. But if no one does anything, it's going to stay like this. The energy is going to stay psychic, and the communication will stay psychic, and therefore you're going to kind of, I'm not trying to sound dramatic here, but it's almost like you're haunted by it, or someone is haunted by it. And what I mean by that is, like, it literally feels like the energy is kind of floating around you, just this sadness, or if it's not sadness, again, it's conflict. It's kind of lingering around you, as if the walls are speaking, you know? I don't know, that's the only way I could really describe it. Just one at a time, please, Spirit. Just one other final message for Two of Cups. Well, I mean, what I can tell you is I feel that there should be harmony between you and this person, meaning that's how it was meant to be, I think. I don't think you're meant to be in this state of conflict. I mean, I don't think anybody really is. But there's a lot of confusion still. There's a lot of reason why this is very confusing, because probably there's, see what I mean? Yeah, probably there's differing viewpoints and just not enough clarity. I always tell people that you save so much time by being clear, direct, honest. I know it's hard to do, but you save so much time, so much energy. See what I mean with the Four of Wands here? It's meant to be in this state. That's how you're meant to be, and that's how it's meant to be with this person. That's how they're meant to be as well, especially if you're in close proximity, work or live together, that sort of a thing. And if you don't, that's still same goes. So group one, this is going to be up to you. You may want to kind of just take a few days to have clarity first about how you're feeling and about what you might want to do and what, you know, just the whole thing. Just get a little bit of clarity on it. So maybe for next week we'll see how this kind of resolves, but for now it's staying like this until someone makes a move. Spirit, what else do we need to know, please, moving forward into just this week? What energies are coming towards them in their outer world? Group one, thank you. Group one, let's see. Okay. I mean, that's literally someone speaking. So I wonder if maybe some of you guys did choose to do it. Let's find out. Someone here is definitely peeved, annoyed. I wasn't sure if I should take these because they fell out just two at a time here, but let's see. It does seem that there is some action. Wait, is this them? I don't know if this is you or someone else. Spirit, Queen of Swords, and what is this? What's going on here, please? The energy to me is still too cluttered and confusing, like generally, and I think that it's going to interfere. So if this was me, I'm very wary of the Mercury retrograde just because I've seen its power. It's kind of crazy. So use caution. That's all I'll say. Use caution until it's done. Because as we can see here, there's still going to be that uncertainty, mystery, and confusion, and maybe even misinterpretation. Someone here definitely does want to put an end to they said like a ridiculous cycle. I don't know what they mean, but it does seem like someone here wants to work on something and kind of start fresh. But with the Ace of Wands also, if that's not starting fresh, some of you it even could be there's like a temper involved here. I don't know if maybe someone has been holding in anger or what is going on, but what's the advice for whatever this happens to be, please? I would say start small, you know, like let's say you do have to talk to somebody about whatever it might be. You don't have to resolve the entire thing. You don't have to resolve the entire like 10 years or like however long the situation has drawn on. Just take one small step, I think, is the advice here. Yeah, because there's a lot of burdens, there's a lot to carry, there's a lot to solve. If this is not with the person, it could just simply be with the situation itself. Just take one step at a time. Anything else in their outer world this week they need to be prepared for or warned about or informed about? Okay, so yeah, they kind of repeated what I mentioned here with it's your choice or someone's choice. I think that if someone does decide to take an action, especially if there's a good intention behind it, that we will see healing and that we will see a sort of like some bridge being restored. And to me, that definitely sounds like a good thing. I still add the advice about just taking a little bit of time to get some clarity, you know, maybe take a long walk, get some fresh air, write in your journal, like something like that, because it's just, there's not enough space to breathe here for anyone to make some clear decision, I think. Meditating is always good too. I really feel someone in your energy, even it could be more than one person actually, but someone in your energy, someone here in this whole situation is holding something back. They're holding something in. And it does feel a little bit like a temper. I don't know where that's coming from, but someone is a bit too fiery here. And I'm not saying they don't have a reason for that, but that's all I'm picking up. They're holding it in. They're not actually even like in this reading telling me anything about this other than they're just, maybe there was an injustice they felt or something. I don't know exactly what they're feeling because they're just like, it's almost like a volcano. Like they're holding it in and then poof. I hope that doesn't happen to either of you because that doesn't benefit anyone. But what does benefit is more of a healthy release of energy and emotion. So yeah, it keeps coming back to this, like there's this conflict energy. And maybe just someone here truly feels like they got maybe the short end of the stick and their needs weren't met in the situation in general, okay? They're not giving me too much outside of this. I got a few things, but is there any other final advice for this week? Anything else final for group number one? What do they need to know this week? Thank you. What is the advice? This could be, I mean, in general, it kind of feels like there are a lot of people in your energy right now. I mean, the one main one was pretty strong, but then there could be someone else. It doesn't really feel like much of an additional message here, other than I do feel that by someone else you will find support this week. If you do need to talk to them about this or anything else, I do feel like you will be supported, and that this person will have kind words, a good piece of advice, especially if you're coming to them and you're letting them know that you're sad about something. That is separate from this. Final message. Okay, so group one, I pretty much feel like that's it. Just keep going. I don't feel, at least, that you're stuck, because that can be very difficult to get out of. I do think it's going to continue forward and kind of just have a normal pace to it. It's hard to say again where this is going, but like I said, just for at least until the retrograde is over, do proceed with caution. Try to use your intuition. Try to come from a good intention about things. But again, come back to some sort of clarity. If you feel like you cannot make a decision right now, if you feel like you're just very confused about something or whatever, give yourself some space to get that clarity first, and then you'll start to feel a little bit better about taking some step here in this situation, okay? That's all they'll tell me for today. I do hope that this resonated. I hope that it was helpful in some way. You can let me know below. But if you want a personal reading instead, the info is below. And you can also check out some of my other pick a cards. For the most part, they're timeless unless it's stated otherwise in the title. Thank you guys so very much. If you are new here and this helped, feel free to subscribe. But otherwise, I will see you guys next time, okay? Take care. Blessings. Bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is rhodonite. So let's take a look at just your energy, see how you'll be doing with things. Spirit, this reading is for group number 2. Please and thank you. After I get self, I'll get the outer world. Spirit, just moving into just this week, please. What energies are coming towards our group 2 rhodonite in the area of self? Thank you. How will they be doing, feeling? Okay, this is very interesting. Definitely not a coincidence that you picked the rhodonite bracelet, because my first thought about rhodonite is always about some sort of deep emotional healing, especially of childhood. And that's actually very relevant here. Your first card is the Tower, and then you have Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and the Devil. Okay? So looking at these middle cards here, it seems like that for some reason this particular week for you guys, you are doing really wonderful work with regard to healing from these deeper issues. It looks like you've been putting in a lot of work. If you have not been yet, you'll definitely start this. It feels very therapeutic and stable. Lots of hard work and mindfulness going into this whole thing. Closely related to that could be working through fears specifically, like in your present, if there's some things that you've been avoiding or, you know, really just feeling maybe even panicked by. I don't know why it's this week, but it just seems maybe it's a good week to do it. I mean, you know, it is a new month tomorrow from, you know, I say that from, this is the 31st today. But anyway, yeah, I don't know exactly what is the reason, but it just seems that you guys are doing really well with this and making a lot of strides this week. And it's going to feel stable, although the two cards at the end look scary and chaotic. I think that you're going to feel safe. So maybe you're going to find a method that really works for you. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say, but I think it's good news. Some of you are, I think, also going to be working on your root chakra, because I am drawn to the red in all of these cards. It shows through as not a bright red that the root chakra typically is meant to be, but it's more like a ruddy kind of a red. Like, wait, you know, kind of like a it's like off is what I'm saying. So maybe that's what's going on. Maybe you're working on your sense of stability and security and feeling present, or maybe even in your physical body. Yeah, something that just really brings you to the present. And it's good work. That's what I'm saying. It's really dedicated work. Yeah, feeling safe again here. I was drawn to the helmet. Spirit, what else this week? Maybe some of you are also doing things that require like a sort of a step-by-step approach and a lot of focus, whether it's like reading, and here literally it's origami, here it's learning to do something, unlocking things. I'm not feeling rushed at all. And that's really strange, isn't it? Because it's just like the contrast of these cards, it's like total opposite. But for you to feel relatively, you know, good or secure or whatever throughout this work is really saying a lot. See what I mean? This is the Three of Wands, and it does look like you are overcoming something. So it could be the start of overcoming something where you're just thinking about it, making a plan, or just exploring a little bit. Others of you, if you've already done this work for longer or for a while, you could be making those physical strides this week. So if you know that you needed to take action on something that you're afraid of, if you needed to face a fear in some way, if you just wanted to feel like a little bit better about it, this Three of Wands is really showing good things. It's showing that elevation and that evolving. Yep, see? We have the Ace of Summertime. This is the Ace of Wands. So it's looking really good. This could happen around, I'm getting a strong Thursday for like maybe 70% of you, that something is going to completely shift here. Lots of nice fire energy, fresh air, freedom, which could be related, a cause and effect relationship between that and these two cards, facing the fear. So if you know that you had to face a fear that would directly lead to a feeling of freedom, I don't know, like some of you, it's like you had to take a test for something and then you passed, then you were able to do, like, it kind of reminds me of getting your driver's license or something, but obviously that's just an example. Whatever this was, it's going to lead to a feeling of freedom and fresh air and elation. So good. Like, so good for you. Congrats on whatever that is, for many of you. Any other final messages for this category? There was a lot of hard work here, because again, I am feeling that something from a very long time ago, lots of maybe a feeling of loss or sadness, sorrow, a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, isolation. This was really not an easy thing to do. So I feel like what your guides and the divine, they're recognizing you again right here and just saying great work for what you've done. Any other final message? Yeah, you're going to make it. This is the King of Pentacles. You're going to feel so much better, and just every single day your strength is going to build. This is that sense of security. It's also prosperity. So having exactly what you need, being provided for, being supported by your guides in the universe and everything. Wonderful messages here. Very mental health though. Like, it's very therapeutic. I don't know if that's something that you're literally doing or working on. Okay, so now we're going to see the outer world and see if you need to be informed about anything or even warned about anything or prepared for. Spirit, now I'm moving forward into just this week. Please and thank you. What energies are coming towards our group 2 rhodonite group in the area of self, or I'm sorry, not self, outer world. Spirit, what energies are coming towards them outer world, group 2, thank you. Well, something's coming in fast. It made me feel kind of like, oh my god, this is so old, but like they said, you've got mail. Oh god, I'm feeling so old right now. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for because I remember that from when I was a kid, but it just gave me the whatchamacallit, the image of an envelope. But I don't know if they're just using that as a symbol, but something's coming in fast. So it could be any number of things. It could be communication, it could be news, it could be answers, some type of a physical object or direction, movement, like all of that. Since it's a general reading, it's hard to pinpoint it, but something is coming in fast. I think even by maybe Wednesday, potentially. Spirit, what's going on here? What's coming towards them this week? This could be something that maybe you were doubtful of, and you just were like, no, it's not. And you flat out kind of like denied this, whatever this could be. But that's gonna, I would say, change. This is by Wednesday for maybe half of you, and the rest of you, I don't know when it's going to come through. It's going to come through pretty soon. Like, if it's not Wednesday, it's going to be soon. So yeah, this is, I mean, this is great news to me. The Ace of Pentacles is saying it's probably like a yes from the universe, or it's some kind of prosperity, some kind of advantage, some kind of offering. I wish I could tell you where it's coming from, but it depends on what you put out there. Because, like, if some of you applied for something, others of you, you asked for something, others of you, you took an action in some way towards this. The hint is that you've already doubted this. You've already kind of, I don't want to say like you not doomed it, but like some of you kind of just like shot it down already. But here it is. Whatever's this. Ace of Pentacles, can you tell us about yourself here, please? Okay. What does this mean, Spirit? Thank you. What's going on here? Yeah, they're not telling me much of anything. I think that, however, your guides will come through and give you some additional information here. And we have 3 knights here, and they're all the faster moving ones. So maybe it's also hinting at the fact that when this does come in, it's going to change things for you. But they're not saying that, but I'm guessing that. I wonder why they're being so mysterious about this, Spirit. What else do we need to know here for this? There could be some direct person that's coming through to give you this information, to clarify bullet points for you, they said, almost. What do we need to know here, please? I mean, once you get word of whatever this could be, please do not worry about how. Everything is going to work out how it's supposed to. You're probably going to feel conflicted right away and say, like, how am I supposed to make this happen? How is this going to get from point A to point B? Almost like it's creating, like, there was a problem, and then you might feel like it creates more problems, but that's not the case here. This is something that is meant to work out piece by piece, and you don't have to really do anything about that. That is more so up to the divine and your guides. Spirit, anything else we need to know? What's coming towards them this week, in addition to this maybe, or anything else? Yeah, I mean, there is this communication, this back and forth for you. This is a bit more businessy. This is not like a personal thing. Yeah, this is meant to unfold slowly, and well, not slowly. I meant almost like in a certain sequence. And there is this level of you having to also decide things along the way. You know, that step-by-step thing, step-by-step energy, but it does feel like you're still actively figuring out what you really want, or how you want it to look, or something like that as well. Anything final about this, and then maybe I can get something else for you. I mean, pretty much, yeah, because Ace of Pentacles does hint at that as well. With the Fool card, it does show that there's some sort of a new beginning here, like a call to a new beginning. So maybe something here is going to lead to you having more freedom, more time, or more opportunities. I definitely think that this was something that your guides had planned from the get-go. Like, they had already this sort of ace up their sleeve that they were going to do this, and then here it is, you know? Okay, well, thank you for that, Spirit. Is there anything additionally in, like, outside of this that's coming towards them this week? Any other information we can get for them? The only other thing they're mentioning here is that if there was something that was conflicted or out of balance, out of whack, there is going to be a lot more peace, and it could even happen starting today. I don't know if you're watching this on Monday, but that's what I meant by today. Yeah, there's something here that is coming into better balance. That's nice. Anything else? Any final message here? Group 2. Group 2. Some energy is shifting here. There was like a either like a sadness or a disappointment, but someone or something is walking away from that. So if because I'm not looking at self, so I'm just kind of wondering what this is, but an energy here is shifting out of sadness, sorrow, or like lack, and moving and shifting onto something, I think, better. definitely better. With the Page of Cups, we have Eight of Pentacles. I think we saw that card before. And then the Three of Cups. Yeah, so that's the only final message I'm getting for you guys, is that a situation, it could be a person, but I kind of feel like it may be more so a situational thing, is going to be shifting out of like a low energy and shifting much higher. So again, I'm feeling more opportunity, more support, more shared joy, more even like, if it resonates, socializing in some way, and kind of just getting away from the old way that it used to be, which was like bleh, kind of like low, or even a sad energy, whichever the case is. So I got a few hints here for you guys. I hope that this comes through in the way that I'm seeing it. Definitely let me know. Again, for a lot of you, it was Wednesday, but if it's not Wednesday, it could be like Friday, but it's kind of scattered. So let me know below. But yeah, I'm really wondering what that is. So thank you guys so much. I do hope that this was helpful. If you want a personal reading instead, the link is below. And if you are new here, feel free to subscribe. But thank you guys once more. Sending you many blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, which is the howlite. So first I'll get your energy, and then we'll move into outer world. Spirit, this reading is for group 3. Howlite, please and thank you. Moving forward into just this week, Spirit, what energies are coming towards them in self? How will they be doing? How will they be feeling? Just their energy. Just this week, Howlite, thank you. So we have King of Pentacles. Spirit, how will they be doing? Kind of feels like you're going to really be unintentionally collecting burdens and heaviness, like obligations, a lot of things you have to get done. You don't have to, group 3. If you want to, of course, that's, you know, your choice. But just know that all of the stuff that either you want to do or feel like you need to do this week, you don't actually have to. So please don't feel obligated. You can definitely lighten that load. Spirit, what else is coming towards them this week? I do think that many of you are going to have this sort of joyous, supportive energy, whether it's through your own spiritual work or actually spending time with others. I know I'm looking into the category of self right now, but this is just showing that there's some added joy, support, and good flow, and kind of like a loving energy here. Lots of openness here as well. Self, please. It does look like you are going to be stuck on some kind of decision or thought process, though. And what is the advice here, please? This could be around Thursday-ish. And I think the advice is you just have to kind of look at what you want to do, what's going to make you feel happy. I think the only reason why you were teeter-tottering was because you were kind of thinking the worst, or maybe just doubtful of whatever it might have been. But there is a good energy that you can gain here from this, whether it's an opportunity or an action or even a friendship or something like that. I'm only laughing. I'm sorry. I'm only laughing because in the Six of Cups here, you have the cat, and literally the cat was outside of my door meowing. That's Bruce. It's a girl. I don't know why that's funny to me, but like, I don't know if there's like some message there. Maybe someone wants to speak to you this week, because you can see there's communication in this card, right? It's with the two cans. What else do we need to know, please? Yeah, that's interesting. So even though I am getting the area of self, like I said, it is showing through kind of more and more, like pressing through more and more, that there's this energy of some other either person, entity, or it could be an animal, actually. I mean, I'm not sure who this is, but it feels like it's a part of you, I would say. Okay, so what does that mean, and how are they going to be doing this week? Self, final messages about this. Otherwise, we're looking pretty good. I'm not seeing any cause of concern here at all. I feel like, if anything, it's going to be quite a positive week for you. And like I said, lots of support, okay? So with Ace of Wands, and this is the Queen of Cups, this is Temperance, and this is the Lovers. Again, just positive, balanced support, some form of loving communication if that resonates with whatever's going on for you. But I guess we'll see also in the area of the outer world if they want to mention anything else. Spirit, is there a reason why they keep getting these cards of like possibly another energy? What's the purpose of this? Well, I mean, there's really no purpose other than they're just letting you know that it's here. If you don't know who I'm talking about, this energy could be like basically gradually approaching you. They're not going to tell me when. I'm not that lucky right now, but they are indicating that if you don't know who this person is or this energy, it is going to approach you when the time is right in the near future. If you already know what or who this person or energy is, they're just kind of reminding you that someone really cares for you, loves you, and is going to support you, and please lean on them if you need them, and it could be vice versa as well. Other than that, like I said, good week, good energy. Please be aware of the burdens or the obligations this week, because again, you really don't need to I guess overexert yourself. Even if you kind of are used to doing that, you don't have to continue that. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, please and thank you. What energies are coming towards them in their outer world now? Howlite. Anything to be informed about, prepared for, warned about this week? You might get a little bit of a mini miracle here, some of you. This is not for all of you, but like around 20% of you, I'd say, 20 to 30. I feel like you're going to be kind of saved this week in some way. I don't mean to scare you at all, but your guides or the divine is going to do a kind of swoop in to interfere and to kind of, this doesn't always mean it's like they have to, it's like a near-death experience, something like that. I mean, it could be, but they are going to intervene this week for a small number of you. And if you're wondering, whoa, that was a miracle, that's probably what this is. But that's not for everyone. Let's get more. Spirit, what else do we need to know in their outer world? What energies are coming towards them this week? Thank you. Group number 3, howlite. Outer world. Okay. So I'm getting your outer world energy, but there's no one being identified here. I wonder if this could be just literally some kind of a situational thing, but it does look like there was some heaviness here. And again, I am feeling the same message of like possibly some divine intervention in some way. So if you were dealing with a situation where you or someone was really feeling at a loss and like there was this consistent heaviness or battle energy, something is going to be freed here. Like it's going to either just be resolved, or it's going to be released and let go of, or sent away. Like it could be so many different things, but I do feel like it's going to be resolved. So is there anything else I need to know about this? This is kind of like a collaborative energy here. I don't know, maybe someone has been thinking for a while about how to deal with this situation, and I feel like this was kind of an energy problem. You know how they say that energy is basically meant to be certain or stable, and if it isn't, it's going to be eventually? I kind of think that's what happened here. Something in your situational energy wasn't working out, and it just needed to resolve itself. And that's all I can really tell you. It's going to move forward from a stuck position. So how is this going to impact group 3? And is there a message for them specifically for this? I mean, the easier way to say this, group 3, is that change is coming. And now we're seeing that, yes, you or the situation itself is moving on and forward. And we are seeing stabilizing here with the 10 of Pentacles. Someone here is definitely going to receive some thing that was due to them. It just looks like there's going to be a more beneficial outcome, or at least the coming of that beneficial outcome. It's like we're building towards that point, even if it's like one small thing at a time. It's heading in that direction. What else do they need to know, please, for this week? Is there anything in addition to this? Anything with other people, perhaps? Let's coming towards them in the outer world. Okay, so we have Two of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. There is communication here. Let me just take a look at what this is about. This doesn't really look like there's any distinguishing features, but they made a point to do it, so there must be something here. What is the purpose of this message, and who is this, and what's going on? Thank you, thank you. Why are they being mysterious about this, though? Maybe that's sort of how it's gonna come towards you. Maybe this communication is gonna feel almost inconspicuous, and you're gonna think like, oh yeah, no, that's nothing, like that's just normal, or that's just like there's nothing special here. Maybe it's gonna take you off guard, but maybe you'll be surprised, I think, at the end of this. Maybe okay, so you are communicating with someone this week where it was almost accidental, I think. I can't tell you when this is happening because everyone, it's going to be a different day, I feel. But there is going to be one obvious day this week, I think, for most of you, like maybe 90% of you, that you're going to have, again, sort of like a seemingly accidental interaction with this person. Some of you, it could be actually in person if the opportunity allows. For example, like if you actually go outside, but if you're not, it could be something more of like a phone or whatever, or online. But anyway, I think at first, both of you are really not thinking much of anything of this whole thing. But like I'm saying, there could be much more to this that meets the eye. So from this Ace of Swords, I am kind of guessing that the communication can continue, if not right away. Some of you it will be right away and consistently, but if not right away, it could kind of just creep up later, which is quite interesting to me. And then with the Ten of Cups, a lot of you could see that there is this added outcome, or added, I would say, like a continuation to the story in some way. Okay. I think also, I think someone here was very doubtful about this whole entire thing. Especially if you were nervous about, like, let's say, never receiving some sort of an answer. But I'm telling you, man, like, this is really, really unexpected. This is not an energy that hit me in the face and was like announcing itself. How can I explain this? Like, this really just, oh my God. I think you get my point. I just don't know how to explain this, but that, like, when I saw these cards, it should have hit me in the face, but the energy at first was so, like, almost undetectable and not noticeable at all, but it's very strong. Maybe that's what it grows to, you know? The only thing I can tell you about the Nine of Swords, if you have been worried about this, if that is you, try really to trust a little bit more, because we did see, especially with that first message, that the divine does have your back. Your guides do have your back, so they're crafting something here. This is definitely to be continued. But group 3, if something does come from this, and if this does appear to you this week, or if it extends, it could be even next week, even though, because it's a general reading, where it may vary. But please let me know. That's quite interesting. Any final message or advice for this week for group number 3, howlite? That's pretty much it. Happy ending here with the Four of Wands. It's kind of the same card as the Ten of Cups. I think that you guys are going to have a very prosperous ending here. Try not to expect anything, though, because you know how it is. Like, it's like kind of an up and down road, but I think that the outcome you're meant to have in your life, in your path, is meant to be stable and prosperous and with this loving harmony. So we'll see how it goes. I guess I'll leave it there, but thank you guys so much. I do hope that this was helpful. You can let me know, and if you want a personal reading, the link is below, and if you are new here, feel free to subscribe. Thank you once again, sending you blessings, and I will see you next time. Okay, take care. Bye bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is the 7 chakra bracelet. Okay, so first we're going to get your energy and then outer world. Spirit, this reading is for group number 4, 7 chakra bracelet. Please and thank you. Spirit, moving forward into just this week, what energies are coming towards them in the area of self? How will they be doing? Just anything on their inner journey. In the area of self. I think many of you are definitely going to make conscious effort and deliberate intention to end some sort of a painful cycle you had with yourself. You know, whether it was like negative self-talk or some kind of harmful habit or just something like that. And I do feel like you're going to make a lot of success here. With this card, the Two of Cups, it does feel like Wednesday is going to be relevant there. And then here we have Child of Summertime, which is the Page of Wands. So it's looking promising. Spirit, what else do we need to know? What energies are coming towards them in self? Oops. We have the Star, the Queen of Swords. From here, I am feeling that you're going to claim an energy with your guides, higher self, your whole spiritual team and path. I don't know what it is that you're going to be claiming, but I do think that it's going to be highly joyous and important to your path. It's something of your light. There is a lot of imagery of light here. So, yeah. Okay. So this is going to be really, really good for your peace, your confidence, your positive energy in general. I had a rough start here with the Ten of Swords, but it's looking really good. Any other final messages for this part? Yeah, it's a card of happiness and fulfillment and just kind of feeling peace and saying, I know where I'm going. I know where I want to go. I know who I want to be. It's much different than what it could have been in the past. Like, it's not heavy anymore like it may have been. And here finally with this is the King of Cups, this feels like emotional balance. So I don't know if it's just something about this week, or obviously this could be a show of all of the work you've put into things, that you've established this balance, but it's happening. And here again with this Queen of Swords, it feels like when I say confident, you're ready. You know, you're ready to claim some aspect of your path. They won't tell me what it is exactly, but you're ready. This shows just so much growth within the spiritual development. I don't have any other they're being a little mysterious about it, but that's okay. But it's looking very, very positive. So in terms of the outer world, let me see if I can get some specifics for you. Spirit, for group 4. Moving forward into just this week, what energies are coming towards them in the outer world now? Spirit, is there anything that they need to be informed about, warned about, or prepared for in outer world? Please, thank you. Okay. Now, I wasn't sure if it was a situation or person until I got the third card. Yeah, there could be someone recently that you had a little bit of distance from. That's who they're talking about here. And someone in the situation could have felt trapped, and someone else could have felt very sorrowful or even remorseful, depending on what happened. Okay, so what's going to happen here? What do we need to know here, please? What do we need to know? What's going to happen here? Group 4. Group 4. I do think that there's going to be a shift here, a significant shift here, because your spiritual development was rising did that even make sense what I just said? Your power is rising, and the spiritual shift is very apparent for you this week. So it's not telling us exactly how this whole thing is going to turn out, but that's only because it's still balancing and healing, and you are still healing, and someone could still be you or someone else is still trying to focus and make some sort of a decision towards their own manifestation. So we're not quite there yet. I would also add, it's like you may have to think about how you want this to proceed. Some of you might know where you want this to go, whether it's a friendship, a romantic relationship, or some whatever else kind of a situation. Some of you are still figuring that out. Spirit, what else do we need to know? What energies are coming towards them this week? Outer world, thank you. This does look like there's still going to be an obvious thing to resolve, meaning that there's an obvious sort of a conflict or obstacle or challenge in the situation, but it does look like someone is just trying to really kind of blow past that and maybe take that action and wanting to see those results more quickly. I don't know if that's going to be possible to kind of skip ahead, but I think someone certainly tries. Okay. Yeah, lots of energy here where someone just really wanted to get moving, and they do, and they're doing so intuitively, and they're doing so also by following some sort of guidance as well. You know, like the spiritual guidance and what else was it? The psychic downloads and everything. Spirit, what else is coming towards them this week, please? You know, the reason why this sounds to me a little bit jumbled was because most likely this was an unfolding situation. This is not something that was just like A or B or C or like black and white. I think for a lot of you, this could have been a situation that you've been unfolding for a very long time with so much uncertainty and confusion almost every step of the way, and that's why this is taking some time to see those results. What else is coming towards them this week? Outer world, thank you. So what I do see here towards the end, and this could be all the way on Saturday, is that someone finally is going to speak up. Group 4. I know that sounds still mysterious, and this could be you, but the person who's speaking up has not made that decision yet. So I'm kind of surprised that I'm even seeing this at all, because usually I can only get more kind of defined or like definite energy streams. Someone here, you know what that could mean, is that someone here is going to be inspired to speak up, because whether it's like some direct guidance or even that it was meant to happen. Okay, so can we know a hint of what they're gonna say? Like, can you tell us what they're gonna say, please? You're getting a little bit of chaos in your reading as well. You may have heard the noise difference because my cat was at the door really making a ruckus, and the window is open, and now it's starting to rain, and you're getting the fan too, so you were getting a lot of like disruption in your reading. So here, what I can see, what someone is finally saying, they're finally being vocal about this, and they're saying, this is what I really want. Okay, so this is going to be situation specific, but it does appear that someone is going to finally be talking about the truths of what they need and want from the situation or for their own lives. And as you can see, that can go in any different direction. Please take that as it resonates, you know, for your own life or, you know, your own situation here. Any other advice, messages, guidance? Yeah, I mean, other than just go with the intuition with the Lover's card, I would recommend highly to just go forward with a loving and positive intention, because whatever you're going through here is going to be kind of difficult, and all that your guides and the divine are asking of you is that you do it from a place of truth and a place of love, right? I don't mean only romantic love. I mean like, you know, you're just having love and care within your heart space. You're not doing something out of, let's say, for example, anger or bitterness. You're doing something because you're trying to improve the energy of the situation, even if that sometimes looks negative to certain people. That's all they'll tell us for now. I hope that you guys can let me know what's going on here. But any other additional messages, anything else to look out for? Yeah, that's kind of all I'm getting here, is that someone is really kind of, they held back for a while and they just wanted to speak their truth. They wanted to be acknowledged here, and it just was confusing for a while. So any other final advice then, if that's the case? Because they're not really straying too far outside of this category here for you. Well, a lot of you, the advice is that, you know, I mean, it looks like, okay, the advice is to walk away from something, but obviously that is totally, totally up to you. But it also shows that, I think in time, with your own patience and with your own clarity, you will understand what you want to do. If you do want to walk away from, it doesn't always have to be a person, but it could be from a situation, it could be from an energy, it could be from a way of being. You're going to come to that conclusion 100% on your own, but it is going to be outside of this week because this card definitely extends it. Any final messages for group number 4 about anything? Please and thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Just keep working hard on what you wanted to originally do. This is your focus. This is your spiritual enlightenment. These are your ideas that you're developing here for yourself. I think that this is really adding to your sense of maturity and independence. And absolutely you will get to where you want to. I know that it's kind of frustrating because certain things take forever. But just keep going on that path. I think that's all they have for you, that they just wanted to really focus on. I don't know if this is what kind of a situation this is for you guys, what kind of a relationship or connection this is, but clearly this is something that takes up a lot of space in your energy. So just see how you want to proceed. Just have that patience and clarity, and hopefully by next time we'll get something different, and you know, it'll help to answer some things. But if you do want a personal reading, the link is below. But I hope this was helpful. Thank you guys so very much. And if you are new here, feel free to subscribe. But otherwise, sending you many blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.